With new policies under the Trump administration, families are turning to immigration attorneys for guidance and support. One local immigration attorney says that her office has been overwhelmed with calls. She says families normally panic because they are not prepared, so she's telling her clients to make sure that they have a plan in place.
If you feel like you are in a vulnerable situation or you have family members or loved ones who are at risk of being detained, that you have a safety plan in place. Your safety plan does this. It says to whoever that you want to leave in charge of your affairs, your children, school, job, rent, these are my instructions.
She suggests having red cards like these on hand, which have prepared statements in English and Spanish in case you do encounter ICE. These can be found online at redcardorders.com. She also recommends attending local immigration events to learn more about your rights. There is one happening this Friday in Wichita. It takes place on South Broadway from 11 to 1 p.m. The ticket sale ends on Wednesday. You can find more information on the 12 News app.